Hello, now we will see how to create a sample example of Angular application. So that means let us practice first example. So go to command prompt and open command prompt. So you will be able to see the command prompt. Now I got C users Lenovo. If you are practicing in your machine, you will be able to see C users some HP or Dell, or depends on your desktop, you will be able to see this path. Now you need to create one folder. So since you are going to practice Angular, you can say Angular examples. So I am creating Angular examples folder. I am creating Angular examples. So now folder is created. Then go to Angular example folder. So I am going in Angular example folder. Now you need to create the project. So how we are going to create a new project means ng new and example you want to create. So example or lesson 1 or chapter 1, whichever you like, you can create the example. So I am creating ng new example. So it will take some few seconds of time. And before giving this instruction, we need to ensure Angular is already installed. Since Angular already installed in my machine, so now I am going to give. So it will ask routing is required. Yes, you can give as routing is required. Then it will take some time. And by giving these instructions, it will be installing all the components, all the required folders, required files. It will be installing. So you can see the status of installing packages npm. So you will be able to this execution. So this will take a few seconds of time, sometimes 1 minute or sometimes 2 minutes also, but it will ensure that it will create entire project history. So initial setup it will take some time, but normally when we are creating small examples, it won't take much time, but idle time it will take less than 1 minute or 2 minutes. So let us wait for see this example how it is creating. So it is still execution is going on. So whenever we are creating this example, we must ensure ng new example. So ng stands for like it is an Angular CLI instruction. So ng, and new is for we are creating new project. That is the reason I have given as new, and it is an example. So we have to give as example. If you want to give any other name, you can give. So still execution is going on, just we need to wait only. And in between you should not type enter or pause or anything, so your project structure might not create. So initial setup will take some time, but once it is setup done, then it will run fast only. So execution is going on. Let us give a few seconds of pause here. Once this example is installed, we need to open Visual Studio. From there you can import. Then from there you can navigate what are all the files created and how the structure, everything will be able to see. So here you need to understand, like before I go to create Angular example, I have opened the command prompt, and from there I have created md Angular example folder. Then folder has been created. After that I have used the command cd, change the directory to Angular examples. After that, in that folder I am going to practice examples. So I have given as ng new example. Still it is installing. So package installed successfully. If you see here, package installed successfully, then all the details, JSON, everything, it will, whatever the supported files are required, it will be installed after successfully. So once successfully installed, you will be able to see this, your prompt is back. So now your project is ready. Now you are allowed to run the program. So for running the program, you have to give ng serve, and your example name is example. So you can give ng server. So by giving this instruction, your program will be automatically running. So you can see, you can give this command and this will execute, and this will show the server command requires to be run in Angular project, but a project definition could not be found. So whenever this error comes, you need to install Angular here. So let me see one more time. In this example, so here it is clearly indicating that error is like you need to be in that project. So in that Angular example, I have created the example project. So you have to go to example project, example. Now you can run ng server. So earlier I was running the project from the folder. It is not like that. You need to visit the project and then you can run. It will run ng serve example. So whenever we give this instruction, and here it is asking some Google support required or not. As of now, small example only, no need of support. So we can say n, and it will run. Once it is running, default port number it will run 4200. So it will run only, but it won't open the browser. So for opening the browser, we have separate instruction command. For selecting the port number, we have separate one. So one by one we will see that, and it is taking some time. So compiled successfully. Now it is running on 4200. So take this one and go and type in your browser. So you will be able to see the default pace. Yes, now you got this default pace. Your example is ready. Angular example is ready, and this is the default pace. Now go back. Now I'll stop the server, Control C. Yes, now I want to open. Automatically it should open ng serve and example hyphen open. So it will open automatically. Since I gave open command, it will automatically open. You can see. And the port number will not change until and unless you are explicitly defining the port number. It will change. Now you can see it is once again it is compiling, and it is making it as ready. So now compiled successfully. So it will open. Normally it should open. So I have given. So automatically it is opened, and default page has come 4200. Now this port number you want to change. You can change it. So port number, if you want to change, you can change it. So for that, again you can stop the server. Then ng serve hyphen open, and port number you want to change. Port equal to, instead of 4200, 5200, or else 7200. You need to ensure this port should be not in use. If it is already in use, it can't. So I am giving 7200. If the port is available, it will run with the 7200. Let us see whether it is running or not. It will run. So if the port is available, it will run. If the port is not available, it won't. So that is the only difference we need to see. So it is running, and some time of seconds also it is mentioned. Now it will open 7200. You can see 7200. Earlier it was 4200, and now it is 7200. Now you have created the project, but you did not visit the project how it looks like. So for that we have to use Visual Studio. You can open Visual Studio, and in Visual Studio you need to import the project so that you will be able to understand the project structure. And here there is no need of import. You just open the project, you will be able to see the project. So go to file and open folder, go here, and that folder structure you are already aware. So it will be under C drive, users, then Lenovo, then I have created Angular examples, then example. So I will create. Now this is importing or creating the project. Now Angular project example, under this all these details has been created. So the flow starts from the index space. So where the index space is available, you can see that index space is here. This is your HTML, and app hyphen root is there. So under this only your application code, HTML code will be available. So your flow starts from the index.html. This is the first and foremost. When you run the project, first this will land the page under this app root. So app root, whatever the app root is consisting of the details, that will be available on the screen. After that it will go to main.ts. This is also one of the important file. So the flow will start from the index, from there it will go to main.ts. So from main.ts, where it will go, app.module.ts. So app.module.ts is here, app.module.ts. From it will come in from index to main to app.module.ts. Again it would be invoked as app.component.ts. So app.component.ts is this one. Next one is app.component.html. So like this app.component.html will be opened. So if you can open app.component.html, here you will be able to see whatever the generated file. So here you are seeing whatever these resources and all. So this code would be available here. If you see, code will be resources. If I am changing resources modified, so that would be modified, and save it, you will be able to see resources modified. If you refresh it, resources modified command, it will be coming. But if you are modifying, you need to again restart. So earlier it was a 7200, so 4200 it won't. 7200 you need to give. It will show as 7200 resources modified. So this is the file resources modified. So let us see, the flow starts from the index.html, after that main.ts, after that app.module.ts, after that app.component.html, so that your file will look like this. Directly index.html means nothing is there. Index.html, it is consisting of app root. So app root is available via main.ts and app module.ts and app component.ts, app component.html. So this is the app folder. This is your playground where you are going to make many things. And from index.html main, these are initial files, but entire logic would be available at app.component.ts, html module, etc. So this is how it looks like. Suppose if you want to change this entire folder, entire code from the html, you can delete and see. You will be able to see nothing here. If you see, it is running empty. So again I am doing control Z, again I am doing control C. So again this code is available. This is how the first example of the Angular application. I hope you understood.